5 things you probably don't know on showers versus growers. I'm Keelan V, your sex and relationship coach, and I will be the first to admit that penises are fascinating. And let's be real, men have been comparing and contrasting themselves based on their dicks since the dawn of time. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you some things I bet you didn't know about your penis and penises in general. And as a literal expert on penises, number 5 shocked me so much that I made this whole video about it. One of the most interesting and least researched things about this precious part of the male anatomy is the difference between growers and showers. To recap, in case it's been a while since you were in a men's locker room, growers are men whose penises are smaller when flaccid and grow significantly when erect. And showers, on the other hand, don't experience as much of a change in size when they get an erection, hence the show part, as in like show it off. If you are watching this and you're a man, I want to start off by telling you that it truly doesn't matter which camp you fall into. Being a grower or a shower doesn't impact your ability to please your partner. So now that that's out of the way, let's dive into some of the more interesting and lesser known facts about these two. Number 1, all men are technically growers. Yeah, all men grow. Some just grow a little bit and some grow a lot more. There actually isn't a ton of research on this topic, which I thought was kind of surprising, but in a 2018 study, research published in the International Journal of Impotence measured 274 participants and got some interesting data. Now, 274 is a lot of men, but it's not a huge number, so I'll say that these numbers are accurate for the men that were studied, but they may not be accurate globally. Also worth noting that these men were being treated for erectile dysfunction, and while ED doesn't affect the size of a penis, it does feel like a detail worth noting. All that said, the study does give us some insight. So when erect, all men do experience some growth in their penises, but this study determined an average and then used that as a dividing line separating the growers from the showers. And according to this study, the average man's penis grows 1.5 inches when erect. So in this case, it was determined that if a penis grows any more than 1.5 inches, you could classify that man as a grower. And if he grows less than 1.5 inches, then we could call him a shower. Number 2, it has a lot to do with skin elasticity. As you might have imagined, whether you're a grower or a shower has a lot to do with genetics, and specifically, it has to do with the elasticity of your penile skin. Men who are growers tend to have more elasticity in their skin, and that's why the penis is able to grow and contract. On the other hand, men who are showers don't have as much elasticity, and they don't need it to accommodate an erection. Makes sense, right? Short of some pretty extreme surgical procedures, there's actually not much you can do to change whether you're a grower or a shower, but more importantly, there really isn't a reason to want to change in either direction. However, there is actually one way that growers become showers, which leads me to my next fact. And if you are thinking to yourself right now, well, I'm a grower and I think it would be so cool to be a shower. Like, I would love if my flaccid penis was a little bit bigger, even if it didn't get that much bigger when it was erect. There is actually a couple ways that growers become showers, which leads me to my next fact. Number 3, your grower or shower status can change over time. Essentially, growers can become showers over time naturally, and this is due to a little process called aging. Yeah, as men age, their penises actually may become slightly larger in appearance when flaccid, and this is for the exact same reason that our skin loosens and sags over time. As we age, our skin loses elasticity, and the penis is no exception. Although the changes aren't typically drastic, you may notice over time that the grower starts to show a little more. And if you want to speed up that natural process, I highly recommend that you check out the BATHMATE. I have an affiliate code. I would love if you use that if you decide to purchase one. Essentially, the BATHMATE stretches out the penis so it stays larger even when it is flaccid and gets bigger when it's erect. You can check them out on your own. You can see my whole video on the BATHMATE here. And on that note, number 4, it doesn't impact the size of your penis. Whether you're a grower or a shower does not, I repeat, does not affect the size of your penis when erect. In fact, the flaccid penis is affected by a lot of external influences in a way that an erect penis is just not. For example, We all know what happens down there when you go for a dip in a cold lake. And the truth is, you really can't tell how large a man's penis is from just looking at it in its flaccid state. I mean, penises are pretty wild. They're interesting, like I said before. They're capable of expanding and contracting depending on things like temperature, states of arousal, even hormonal changes. And although some penises are more sensitive than others when it comes to these things, none of them affect the size of the penis when it's fully erect. And there's no way to tell how large a flaccid penis will be when it gets hard. So the age-old locker room comparison is actually never accurate. Unless everyone's erect, there's no real way of knowing who's packing what. And everyone erect in a locker room sounds like the setup for a porn or something out of Euphoria Season 2. And just a little side note here, there is so much in our culture that has led men to worry about the size of their penises, and this is just your friendly reminder that all of that is BS. And actually, did you know that you yourself are literally in the worst place to accurately assess the size of your penis? I mean it. Research shows that when you look down on your penis, you're actually seeing it from the smallest possible angle. It's going to look smaller to you looking straight down than it does to anyone else who's looking at it from the side. So think about this as sort of a funhouse mirror effect, and make sure that the next time that you're comparing your box and tackle to someone else's, that you're actually looking at it from the side in a full-length mirror so that you can make a more accurate appraisal. Anyway, sexuality, pleasure, eroticism, it has so little to do with the size of your penis. Connection, skill, and communication make you a great lover, not how big you are. And now that we've got that established, let's get to our final fact about growers versus showers that actually made me lose my shit and question myself as a coach and penis expert. Number 5, showers may be more common than growers. What? This is taken from the same study that I mentioned earlier. According to the research, 74% of the men they measured fell into the showers category and only 26% were growers. This shocked me. Maybe it doesn't shock you. I feel like I've seen a lot more growers than showers in my personal experience, but I'm curious to know. Maybe leave me a comment and let me know if you're a grower or a shower, and maybe we can get some data, at least from the Caitlin V subscriber pool data set. I'm curious to know. Regardless of which one's more popular, neither one is better, and that's that. I suppose, though, that this one fact explains the proliferation of the tight gray sweatpants and the dick print trend. So in conclusion, I have a message to all the women out there, which is don't judge a book by its cover and don't judge a boner by its flaccid state. Don't judge a boner don't judge a grower, don't judge a shower by his grower, don't judge a man by his penis. There you have it. Growers versus showers. Let me know in the comments if you were surprised and which category you fall into, and don't forget to subscribe so that you'll get all my content on all things sex and relationships. I'm Caitlin V. I'll see you here next week. Bye!